fight this through. I got to perfect this. I got to make this better. So that when the better times come in, you are so good and so prepared in what you're doing. I had one client several years ago that, I don't want to get into details of him too much, but he pretty much didn't do what he was supposed to do for us. We were helping this guy out, big time. I financed his business, over $50,000. We cash out of my thing to help him out. He didn't do what he was supposed to do, paying us back the whole night. He probably paid out like 20%. So we had a big problem. I had to go to court, do all this stuff. Of course, we won. We won the case, got us stuff, and I got back more than what he owed. And his business went defunct. Like he couldn't, you know, he didn't do what he was supposed to do with us. And that was a tough time in me deciding if I should continue doing what I'm doing to help people with their businesses. Because I said, you know what? People don't want to act right. Especially black people. You know how we do. They don't want to act right. I'm not helping. You know what? I'm doing well for myself. I'm not helping nobody. This is where my mind went. I'm not helping people anymore because of this guy. And you sleep, you meditate, you think about it, you say, but you know what? I'm going to be cheating the people who want to do right. If I let this guy, you know, discourage me from continuing to move forward with the, you know, the business that I do, helping people. So what happened was, he made me make our contracts tighter. Contracts got tighter, processes got better, people were in the right places, all the holes were plugged up, that whole trust thing, and people just need a chance, you know, all that sounds good. What I'm telling you, I speak from experience. It sounds good. People just want a chance. People are poor because of rich people. Blah, 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 blah. No, it's self-inflicted. We got issues. We got the issues. So I had to learn how to perfect it so that when the other people come along, I won't have those same challenges. And my business exploded probably 10 times since that point. And I was in a dark place, like really discouraged, not wanting to do this anymore. Because I don't like courtrooms, man. I don't know about y'all. I get hives, and I go to court, it's like, you know, are you going to get out of here? Or, you know, it's, you know, I ain't one way in, one way out. You know, I don't like that. So it really had me in a bad place. So those times will make you get better. Embrace them. Because if you're smart, whatever challenge comes your way, if you learn from it, you won't be beaten by it when it comes again, if you're smart. So you want to attack the core, make sure that you stay on top of what you mainly do. So here we go. The economics of a business is managing limited resources against unlimited wants. Now here's where the consumption theory comes into play again. Okay, there's a Buddhist proverb that says, the driver of misery is wants. That is the core of all misery, wants. So if we look at it, the formula to wealth is to want less than what you're capable to produce. So if happiness comes from not wanting anything, we can be happy the minute we walk out of here. Because now you can say, you know what, I don't want that, and that. Because misery comes from wanting it and not being able to get it. Some real compelling stuff, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting something out of this. But it's true. That's the economics of it. People just want, even though we have limited resources to give us what we want. That's why people are walking around stressed and unhappy. So it's simple. Don't want it. That's what I had to do when I transitioned. I don't want a check every 2 weeks. Yeah, I wanted one, but I didn't want it. I just stopped wanting it. I want to get paid every day. I don't want a check every 2 weeks. I don't want health insurance. I'm going to just make sure I stay as healthy as possible. I don't want good credit. I'm going to just make sure I use this credit to get me to the next level. Because if you have enough money, you can get whatever you want. So this is what I started to do. Everything shifted. So now I started looking strange to the people I grew up with, because I'm telling you, I came from the ranks of consumer employee. That's where all my friends are and were. So they were. I rose from those ranks. So now they're looking at me like, is Devin joining a cult or something? What's wrong with this guy? You don't want to hang out. You don't want to drink. You don't want. Nah, I don't want that. Everything changed. It's almost overnight, like a metamorphosis, and you just find happiness in the situation you're in, and then you start to go after it the way you should, managing the resources in the way you're supposed to. All right. So here are some of the things that you want to avoid when you're doing your research in your business. Avoiding wishful thinking. Okay? We tend to want to say, we have friends, and I asked 3 of my friends if they would buy this product, and they said yes. So now you run to the bank. And man's like, are you sure this is going to work? Yes, everybody said they're going to buy this. You asked 3 people. And now everybody's going to buy it. And the bank tells you no because they're using quantified research, and now you're mad at the bank because they don't want to buy into your wishful thinking. When you go in to business, you want to really be methodical, and you want to be able to quantify what you say is going to be successful. You really want to be able to say, based on these numbers, X, Y, Z will happen. Now, there's a simple way to do that. Have you all ever heard of zipcodes.com? Let me tell you that right now. Write it down. I think it's zip-codes.com. If you put it in wrong, it may come up in your browser the right way. This is a quick snapshot of any market in the country. You put in that zip code, it's going to tell you the demographic, the age of people, the spending power, the population, the whole 9. Even broken down by race. Whatever your business is, you can look at that and say, okay, am I going in the right market? Am I going in the right place? Do we have the right people there? What's the spending habits? What's the median income? Can these people even afford what I'm trying to do? So then you go after that zip code and say, okay, where are my competitors in this area? You start looking at the competitors, okay, and start to see, okay, in this population, based on what this says, my targeted demographic is about 5,000 people right here in this area, okay? And many businesses don't need a lot of customers. I don't even know that. They just need repeat customers. So you can have 1,000 customers and make a lot of money just because they repeat. They're coming every week or every month. Because now you could wind up with 52,000 transactions from 1,000 customers because they come in every week. Okay, so I'm going to have to invoice you for that one. That's something that might run away with my knowledge. It's just kind of like a runaway train. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so